We just watched the Oscars. Devin Costa, give us the deets. Your boy Sean Baker won. You love him. You can't get enough of him. You're inspired by him. Take us through it. What were you thinking when you saw your boy accepting the award for Best Something?
I didn't care. I was pretty outraged the whole night that the racist tranny wasn't appreciated.
Yeah. It feels. You know what feels good about it is you get to call her tranny because she tweeted about George Floyd.
She's
so
a racist, dyke tranny thing,
and that's woke.
We're allowed to say that now.
It's woke to say her neck looks like an NFL linebacker's.
Exactly.
Because she tweeted about George Floyd like he was a monkey in Wizard of Oz.
Didn't she tweet, in America there's so many apes?
Yeah, she tweeted
on TV.
The French people love calling black people apes, by the way. They can't stop themselves from doing it.
Zoe Saldana won for the piece of shit Amelia Perez movie that I hope the cartel gets their hands on the whole cast and crew.
And they forced the director to get sex change operation.
No, I hope they cut their heads off. But
put their hat on a big Tortuga.
Yeah. So Zoe Saldana, black woman, she won like best embarrassment or something.
Best retard.
Most embarrassing.
Most embarrassing, like, fake award. And if you looked closely, the camera at one point cuts to the crowd, and the Carla Sofia Gascon is holding a big sign that says the N-word on it.
Just a big N-bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she kept, you could see her, she whispers to the other people around her, she goes, she has fentanyl on her system.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm happy for Honora. Good for Honora.
Yeah, good for Sean Baker. 4 Oscars tonight.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was my favorite movie of the year, but it wasn't a good year for movies, but yeah. It's only going to add fuel to the fire, people that already hated it. And it's kind of like now like a bad thing when you win Oscars.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't matter at all.
It's a testament against the thing you
people
like.
go, what are you? Do you suck?
Mm-hmm. What are you, them?
Are you them now?
Are you one of them?
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like if we just started doing like Bert Kreischer's podcast.
Which, look, now that we're kicked off YouTube,
would
we
love
will.
to.
Yeah.
Bert, if you'll have us on. He follows me on Instagram for some reason.
And he really cares about people that talk shit about him, so you'd think that we'd be...
Yeah, he's aware of us, yeah.
I thought he would have shared that sketch we made.
I can't believe he didn't
He's probably getting us kicked off YouTube.
Yeah, I can't believe he didn't, like try to help us with that. Really disappointed in all of
Bert never reached out to me.
Really disappointed in all the people we told to kill themselves, not helping us in this time of need.
I know, this community, you tell them to kill themselves 1,000,000 times in a row, and they turn their back on you.
I thought they would be upset that there's not a platform for us to say you should die.
Yeah, you call them a human abortion.
So I talked to Billy McCusker of the War Mode podcast about this. He reached out to me. Thank you, Billy. One of the few people to reach out.
Name drop.
God bless you. He said, he goes, you can't do video with the show you guys do. You got to do audio. So
we never wanted to do in the fucking first place, but we felt.
But everybody yelled at us when we didn't do video.
That's what I told him. But
also it helps with growth, I guess. He
is right though.
He is right.
I would have loved to stay audio, but I also understand why people like video too. But they're not allowed on YouTube either. War Mode.
Yeah.
So that is a fan made account. He said that uploads the audio and stuff.
Yeah, that's
so
maybe
when we go on our own website, there will probably be people that try to just upload our public episodes or whatever, which do whatever you want.
There'll be a fan-made account that actually gets way bigger than we are, and they're making like way more money than us. They'll
monetize. Yeah,
there'll be a guy called at Lemonparty Fan 420, and he's like driving a Bentley down the street.
So what's happening right now, by the way, with YouTube is it's looking like they gave us another strike, but it's
on
not
Friday.
But it's not registering.
It's fake again.
I think they said you're allowed to upload now because the 2-week time period has passed. But even at first it was 1 week.
Yeah.
But they gave us another strike, so we should. I don't know what's going on.
I don't even know.
But I'm scared to upload on it ever again.
I think if we do upload on it, it should just be maybe we post the first 10 minutes of episodes and we censor it like all the other fucking like fake edgy shows. And then
I don't wanna do
we
that.
but then it's a big ad to go to our site
and watch the full
we just treat YouTube
thing.
like a billboard now for where we're going.
Yeah.
Well, that'll just be the clips channel probably.
Yeah.
We'll still just have clips that we up. They're the safe for work clips on the Lemonparty.
But
clips
as long
channel.
as we can upload back on the Lemonparty channel, we need to use it as an ad to go like, hey, come over here now, right?
I think the last thing we'll upload is a video saying, hey guys, here's our website. we're not going to post on here anymore because we're scared.
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 It's going to get deleted.
We are
afraid. YouTube's a spooky.
Yeah.
It is funny. I was opening the email on Friday that says we got another strike, and every single one of those emails is like, hey, just FYI, you got a strike. Your channel, episode 85, Fuck Muslims, has been removed. And I go, why?
No, that's
What
actually
did
the
we
most
do?
annoying part of this whole
I know,
thing.
it's not
is that
it's not related to
that.
the racism. Yeah.
I'm more depressed by it because I'm like, what? Like gambling?
Well, our first strike was hate speech, that was 2 years ago, and that's fair.
But not
Yeah.
even
There's
for the
very-
clip that they're not even good at identifying hate speech. They didn't even clip
Yep.
any of the parts of us saying fucking these muzzies or the you going off annoying, you fucking we're talking about black people, you just segue into like the zoo or something. Like none of that got us.
Yep.
Trans shit. It was promoting gambling, which we've never done.
Well, I guess nothing Israel related got flagged.
None of that.
Nothing.
They
It was-
said they manually reviewed
Faggot,
it, and they said we're
retard,
promoting gambling.
None of that got us.
Promoting gambling.
Gambling? There's a show on Barstool. Their YouTube is called Barstool Gambling.
Yeah, you sent me that.
I looked up. I immediately typed in gambling on YouTube, and these were the first. I'm like, there's
It's Big
shows
Cat,
that literally
Dave, yeah.
they're letting backwards hat Al Capones have their heyday all over YouTube, but we can't say
Yeah, we did one MyBookie ad, which has done a ton of ads for different podcasts.
every podcast has at one point done that.
So you're watching this on X. You're watching this on, if you're watching this on X, you can also go to patreon.com/lemonparty. It's free there. We're building a website. We don't know what it's going to look like, when that's going to be up, but we're working around the clock
We're in
on
the
that.
process of doing that. We had our editor download all the current YouTube videos
Yeah.
so we don't lose any more, and those will go up on the site.
So that's kind of where we're at. I mean, we're just sitting around watching the Oscars. I'm eating a bunch of McDonald's. They're drinking themselves to death. Just is what it is right now, folks. But we're going to fight.
You gotta fight. You gotta fight.
Ben, we're going to go up to a higher plane of existence. Yeah. And we're going to snap our heels together and go higher.
The right tries to say Tim Waltz also did a Nazi salute, and then they post the video, and Tim Waltz does this. He touches his heart, and then he does this.
Well,
Like,
that's
not-
what gay Nazis do. They go, how?
Tim Waltz has a little fetus that he aborted right before in his pocket.
Yeah, he opens
Like
a
a-
locket, and there's a little 6-week fetus, and he goes, and he goes, now to go talk to my retard son on camera.
There's some crazy interview with him where he's all manic. He goes, I love abortion so much they had to tell me to stop talking about how much I love it.
I know. He tries to be a Bill Brasky guy, but for insane leftist positions. He's like, I wish my kid was trans. I cut his dick off right
Who
now.
the fuck is letting him knock them up? Jesus Christ.
Him, yeah.
Well, apparently that Chinese lady, he was
Oh yeah, he's a big
he was
Chinese
fucking
op,
the shit
right?
out of.
He's shooting dust up in her.
Yeah.
Guys like him, after they lose the campaign, do they just take him out in a field? They let him look at the stars one more time.
Yeah.
They just have a gun to his back.
Yeah, they
shoot
take him to
put him in a landfill
They take him to an abortion clinic so he can look at fetuses one last time.
before they kill
And
him.
he goes in a German accent. He goes, I just think the fetuses are so beautiful tonight. I'll go take a close because he knows he's going to get killed.
He's German.
Yeah, he's German. It's the episode of Better Call Saul.
Of course.
Yes.
There was one guy who went up to accept his Oscar speech tonight, and he just started speaking.
He immediately
full
went into
1930s German.
Yeah.
yeah.
It makes everybody uneasy a little
Everyone
bit.
was a little uncomfortable.
Yeah. There's also a guy.
You can't do it. These
But
days.
actually, at this point, the Jews in the crowd are like, yeah!
a little bit more of that.
Yeah! That's where we're trying to get a. We're trying to.
There was also a guy who won a best score for The Brutalist, who was like a human sperm in a black tuxedo.
Oh yeah.
That guy floated up on stage
Yeah.
like a vampire. Yeah, and just awkwardly. He looked like a lot of Lemonparty fans, accepting an Oscar. It was
He
very
kinda
fun.
did.
And I was just like, I'm sorry. I just want to thank my mom and my dad and all my friend.
They
Just
played
thank
him off
you."
immediately.
They played him off. He goes, I'm sorry, and then he walked off. He walked off with his shoulders like this, and his big Nosferatu hands. Yeah, it was
But
great.
yeah, the stars were out.
The stars were out.
Devin also informed me, speaking of...
The Bill Maher guy was in the crowd at the Oscars.
He was.
He was.
The whole Oscars was a guy going, yeah! Woo!
There literally was a guy doing that.
That guy's everywhere.
It's the
I
exact
love that. I love
pitch
that
and
man.
everything.
I love that man.
Do you think they
if you
add
watch
it-
the Zapruder film with sound, that guy's in there.
Yeah! Woo!
I think the TV guys might add it the way they add bird calls
Yeah.
and songs
Like
during
how the-
PGA Tour events.
Yeah, how the Masters got caught adding fake birds that don't exist.
They add that guy.
They had that guy.
Yeah.
The fake Bill Maher fan. They created Bill Maher with AI. A Bill Maher fan with AI, that's how they knew it's good now.
Devin told me that apparently Gal Gadot, or maybe you told me this, Gal Gadot
She was
refused to
she was
give an
supposed to
award
present-
because she was probably
Yeah.
going to give an award to a documentary that was
the
pro-Palestine.
Palestinian documentary about their homes getting, destroyed
Yeah.
by Israelis.
It did win. She was supposed to present Best Documentary, and she dropped out, so she went in.
Okay, so this is a Larry Silverstein thing
Okay.
where he didn't go to work that day.
Okay.
She knew who was going to win, so she got a tip-off.
Yeah.
To not go into work because she was going to have to hand a statue to someone who
The
lost their
Jews
home.
that run Hollywood went up to her and they go, listen, this is the only thing we're going to give them. We're going to
Give him a little statue.
Yeah,
Listen-
nobody cares about this one.
They'll be using this fucking Academy Award as an umbrella, okay? Don't you worry your pretty little head about
They're going to be
it.
shooting this out of an anti-aircraft missile soon. This Academy Award. No, I was just laughing at the idea of her presenting, and they walk up, and she just pulls out a little pistol and shoots him in the
A
belly.
hooker gun.
The little ankle strap.
Yeah, good. Sorry, babe. But,
She stinks, by the way. What a talentless whore she is.
She's
What
hot,
a
though.
hack.
She's very hot, but fuck that.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
but she's like hot in the way like a classic car is hot. Like,
But, like-
you don't even like want to fuck her.
Right.
You know.
You just want to look at her.
You just go like, wow, great angles.
I want to look at you. I'm going to jerk off from a distance. Then I'm going
Some of those
We're not on
Israeli
YouTube.
gals-
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, we can say whatever.
Let it fly. I'm going to kill Gal Gadot.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys, if you're looking to upgrade your gaming equipment, check out Turtle Beach. Their Stealth 700 headset is insane and a huge step up for any gamer. It's comfortable to wear for hours on end, has an 80-hour battery life, and the sound quality is top tier. They even have the industry's first ever cross-play dual wireless transmitter system, so you can switch between your console and your PC with the click of a button. It's a multitasker's dream. Turtle Beach has been you 2 headphones now?
Yeah, 2 actually, and each more sweet than the last.
And you use it to game all the time. You go
Game,
on, you go on
yep.
Xbox Live and shit. And
Tune out my family.
Tune out. You don't hear your child crying at all. You yell mean stuff at children.
No, I didn't even know that there was a fire approaching my house in January. I could not hear the sirens or that's how good the headphones are.
Because you're too busy playing GoldenEye.
Yeah, and I'm lost in the world of video games. I'm lost in the digital world, which is where I want to be lost, and I never want to be found.
It's much better than life with your stupid family. And if you agree, from headsets and flight simulators to controllers, keyboards, and mice, whatever you need, Turtle Beach has the ultimate cheat code. So head to turtlebeach.com and use code LEMON for 10% off your entire order. That's a 10% off your order at turtlebeach.com with promo code LEMON. They'll ask you where you heard about them, support the show, and tell them we sent you. Get the ultimate immersive gaming experience with Turtle Beach today.
No, censor that or something.
Doesn't
Yeah.
that some of that Israeli pussy looks good though, right? I'll give them
Oh,
that.
they've got some incredibly.
They're so hot.
They have an insane ratio of very thin to huge titty women
Well, I
in
heard
Israel.
That's propaganda, supposedly. There's only like
Those are
2
fake.
women, like a Natalie Portman or a Gal Gadot. Those women come around once every. It's like when Venus and Mars line up. It's so rare that
Yeah.
something like that happens, and they parade them everywhere. And then you have an idea in your head of the IDF being like Lara Croft Tomb Raider type of women walking around with big F cups, huge ass, 10-inch waist.
right, and they really look like Bella Nostra.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look,
And it's crazy. You see the pictures of the Israeli women, and they all have like blue eyes and blonde hair. And it's like now you would pass. Like you'd pass. Like if Hitler like walked down a line, you go like, no, you're not. You're allowed. Wasn't that what we were told? When I was a kid, I always had this idea that
we were told many things that aren't
you
true.
had to have blue eyes and blonde hair, and then Hitler wouldn't kill you.
yeah, that they would like
That's
measure
so
you.
retarded.
That's like what my understanding of it
That's
was.
so retarded.
When I was a kid,
well,
that
then
was-
why do you go to war with England? You know what I mean? Why do you go to war with America?
That's true.
He should have loved us, actually. We should have invaded, and he'd be like, you guys can stay. I'll give you citizenship.
Well, he didn't.
How does citizenship
He didn't
sound,
initially
sir?
want to kill us or England. He just wanted us to get in line.
Well, he was baited into it.
Yeah.
Because they made up a big lie about the Holocaust. We got that whole thing going.
Anyway, yeah. Let's get out of this.
Yeah. We've been down these roads before. These are well-traveled roads, brother.
I'm sorry, it's a very popular. I've yet to look into it, but it's a very popular thing on X. We're gonna move on.
What is popular on X?
I'm constantly seeing things that like the Holocaust didn't happen, and I see 900 replies, and everyone's like, "Yep." I'm like, oh, interesting. And I like look at their account to see if it's a bot, and it's not.
Yeah.
And I click on it to see if it's a guy from India, and I'm like, no, this is just a guy. This is a normal guy.
There's a normal non-Indian guy. No, that was the very
white guy. Like, didn't happen.
I got banned from X this week because I drew. To be fair, I did draw a picture of Elon getting his brains blown out, and I quote tweeted it at him. I got banned in 45 minutes. It was actually very impressive. But then I created another Twitter account. And I just logged in, and the default profile, like the default timeline, was like Hitler fan cams and like Stephen Bannon shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like Hitler with like hard eyes over. And
it's webcam girls saluting Hitler.
yeah, it's like K-Town clips, but with Hitler in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, but I can't do my little art or whatever.
Well, it's weird because nowadays you can agree with a lot of what a person says, but then there's like 3% of it where like they don't think the Holocaust happened. You go, well, I don't. You're like, jury's still out on that one for me, I guess.
Yeah.
At this point, enough people are denying the Holocaust. I'm like, maybe I should look into this.
The Holocaust happening is cringe. It was best.
Yeah.
I call it the cringe-a-cost.
The Doge is best. We were going to stop looking into the Holocaust.
We stop looking into the Holocaust, and your grandma gets no Social Security. It's a base.
Have you seen the clip of Elon? He's wearing the like Israeli Star of David necklace. And he's
No.
like, so the hostages, we gotta bring them home. We gotta bring the hostages home, and everyone starts cheering. He's like, yeah, the woke Palestinians are trying to kill Israel.
I'm actually designing robot Jews to fight Palestinians. We're designing space Jews.
Are these hostages
They're-
real even?
Who knows? I don't think so. I mean, I
I
kind of don't think it's real.
Are they real people?
It's probably mannequins with wigs.
I don't know. And even if they are,
Honestly.
every time they like return them, they're always like getting off a plane with like a big bone they're like picking their teeth with. Like they just ate a big Thanksgiving meal. They're like fat as shit and like got a big handkerchief. They're like white. And it's just like, can you believe they fed them to look kind?
Some guy sent me a thing about how we found the Nag Hammadi in 1945, and it was found by Muslims or whatever.
What's the Nag Hammadi?
It's the Coptic text. It's like the Book of Thomas. It's all the books from. It's the Gnostic Gospels.
Where Jesus
she's
did
talking to Mary. He's talking to Thomas.
Where Jesus did some weird shit.
Actually, way less weird shit than he did in the Bible. It's stuff that's not the miracles. It's just Jesus then said that, be nice. It's all Jesus talking. There's a lot of it, and a lot of it is also it's crazy horse shit, right?
Right.
So supposedly the way we found him is there's this guy. So this is what's really hard about telling stories like this. Everybody's name is Muhammad, and so
most popular name in the world.
So I read I'll read the story right here. It's Muhammad.
DoorDash should change their name to Muhammad.
But spelled like how apps do it.
Yeah.
Or just MHMD. Yeah.
Some guy sent it to me. Hold on. Because I'm probably not going to get the name right.
You're like, it's a double dash time on Muhammad. I got to take this. I got to deliver some halal bread.
So this is in December of 1945, an Arab peasant made an astonishing archaeological discovery in Upper Egypt. Rumors. So if he's Arab, now correct me if I'm wrong here. That's a Muslim, right?
I think, unless he's a Christian Arab.
All right. Well, this story is not really Christian. So his name was Muhammad Ali al-Saman.
That's not. He doesn't get to steal Muhammad Ali.
But also, isn't Muhammad Ali stealing Muhammad? I wanted to cover this
That
with
is
you guys
true.
because I don't know what the
Muhammad Ali did steal.
We can't all be named
Cassius
Jesus
Clay.
Christ Avery or something. Jesus Christ
It's like if you were
Costa,
trying to
Jesus Christ
you
Avery.
were trying to get more into your like white roots. You change your name to Jesus Christ. You're like, I'm not going by my slave name, Ben Avery.
Yeah. You go,
I am Jesus Christ.
I wanna honor my white roots. Call me Larry Bird Avery.
All right, so Muhammad Ali Al-Tarif. No, that's somebody else. Hold on.
Okay.
Muhammad Ali al-Saman. Shortly before he and his brothers avenged their father's murder in a blood feud.
Well, it doesn't sound like an Arab. Were you telling me this happened in Egypt?
Why are they doing shit like this all the time? Where it's like, this is an Old Testament story. Why is this 1945?
Can I tell you the reason? I think they all still have the big curvy swords, and it just makes you do weird shit. If you have a big curvy
you
weird sword.
You gotta do
everywhere.
something with it.
Yeah. If you have a big curvy sword with 2 points on the end of it, you're like, I have to kill somebody because of my dad.
You go, look at this thing. It's curved. It's supposed to go around the neck.
Also, like, Upper Egypt, can't you see a guy coming for 1,000 miles away? Can't you get out of the way? Or just start... You see him coming 100 miles away, you just start walking. You go, he'll never catch me.
It is so funny.
He's coming to kill me.
Well, they're also malnourished. You're like, there's nothing I can do.
These people...
Yeah, there's no water.
Yeah.
They fight like they're fighting over the Upper West Side of Manhattan.
Yeah, like it's private.
They're fighting over complete shit.
Can you imagine if they...
It's kind of like when you find out, like, you know, like a motorcyclist on like the freeway zigzags around you and goes crazy and you go, if that guy dies, would anyone give a shit? Like, are people supposed to show up to his funeral and be like, oh, can't believe how did this happen?
I can't believe zigzag motorcycle guy died.
The same with these people. Would you go to their funeral and you're really supposed to go like, how did this... He was involved in a blood feud.
He's avenging his father's death.
That's the speeches at your funeral. Well, he was very involved in the blood feud over dirt. And you're supposed to be like, oh no! He died over dirt!
His father
You fucking retard. Fucking idiot. How about you let a woman drive, even though they shouldn't?
His father had the 7th best rock in Egypt stolen from him. Imagine if they had something good, like if they had a cheesecake factory.
Right. Fight over the Irvine Spectrum Center. I'd have more respect.
If they had the Irvine Spectrum, so you turn the news, it'd be like everyone in the Middle East killed each other today.
All over a yard house.
Over the yard house. It was happy hour at the Yard House and not enough seats, and everybody in the Middle East is dead now.
A new B-dubs opened up in Torrance, and, well, many are dead.
You wish they had peace so they could, like, have McDonald's and all this stuff. They don't have any of this stuff. Oh, the hummus! We fucked up a bowl of hummus.
Even the way they say peace sounds like an explosion. Peace.
We love peace. Peace.
So, Muhammad, whatever, found fucking... He killed his dad. He did Muhammad stuff.
Muhammad Ali al-Saman, shortly before he and his brothers avenged their father's murder in a blood feud, they had saddled their camels and gone out to...
I know, it's
hilarious, right?
It's like
and by the way, this isn't like 50 AD or 100
this
BC.
This was 2023.
Yeah. this was like...
COVID existed when this happened.
Yeah, like our grandfathers were like in their 30s when these guys were doing this.
These people, they have canteens.
Yeah. It sounds like
they have leather canteens they're drinking
they're
out
in
of.
real life Star Wars. It sounds like his own wife is making fun of him. His own wife is doing a bit racistly at him.
So they had saddled their camels and gone out to Jabal to dig for sabakh.
What?
To sabakh, Sabakh, a soft soil they used to fertilize their crops. That's what sabakh is. Digging around a massive boulder, they hit a red earthenware jar, almost a meter high. Muhammad Ali, again, it's like...
Okay, come on. Yeah, and then Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was there. And James Worthy...
Coop was one of the best blood feud fighters on a fast break. Michael Cooper.
They gotta knock this off with the God is Muhammad. Yeah. Everybody's named Muhammad.
Muhammad Ali.
Can every white guy be named Elvis Presley or Mickey Mouse?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
horseshit.
Well, they're not taking it from Muhammad Ali, but that is funny.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Muhammad Ali took it from these fucks.
No, I know, but
he's cooler.
But he is.
You
cool.
gotta hang a rafter from the jersey, a jersey from the rafter from time to time, right?
Yeah, that's true.
This is why we do these things.
Yeah, every once in a while they pull a turban up to the rafters and hang it.
Okay, so then it says, They hit a jar, it was almost a meter high. Muhammad Ali refused to break the jar, considering that a genie or a spirit might live inside.
They live in like Pixar movies.
Yeah, they're in Coco.
That's so funny.
He thought a spooky genie was in the jar.
Wasn't that Jinn? That's that you actually pronounce that genie,
Jinn,
right?
a Jinn, yeah. DJIN.
Well, I think there's two spellings of it actually, because Cormac wrote about it too. But I'm pretty sure genie is spelled Jinn.
But
I
just
could be wrong.
this guy saw an airplane flying overhead, pointed at it, and then he goes, "There's a genie in that jar on the ground."
Yeah, or a spirit or whatever.
Yeah.
A ghost. There's a ghost in a jar that he found.
There's a ghost in Journey.
So it's 1945. He's going to avenge his father's murder and because he's in a blood feud. So him and his brother go out. They find a jar, and they're like, don't open that. There's a ghost inside.
Yeah.
So they're like retards.
Yeah.
And then they put the
Avenging
jar
his-
on their camel's back.
Yeah, avenging his father's murder because his father probably murdered somebody else's father and was avenged.
Dude, wait for this. He realized that the jar may contain gold. So he raised his mattock, smashed the jar, and discovered inside 13 papyrus books bound in leather. So it's like loose papyrus leaves on straw. Muhammad's mother, Umamad, admits that she burned much of the papyrus in the oven along with straw she used to kindle a fire.
Yeah, she's trying to cook it.
So she burned a ton of like
She was trying to turn.
ancient texts.
She was trying to turn the paper into swords. She thought she could smelt it.
She's like roasting chickpeas. She goes, I'll take these books that are thousands of years old.
She goes, "What if I
The
cooked
words of Christ.
What if I cooked the worst legume in the world with these Bible papers?"
Dude, so get this. So a few weeks later, Muhammad Ali tells it he and his brothers avenged their father's death by murdering Ahmed Ismail.
Okay.
Their mother had warned her sons to keep their mattocks sharp. When they learned that their father's enemy was nearby, the brothers seized the opportunity and hacked off his limbs, ripped out his heart, and devoured it among them as the ultimate act of blood revenge.
He did what? He took the guy's dad?
He hacked off his limbs, ripped out... The brothers seized the opportunity that the guy that killed their dad was nearby. So, and they're in a blood feud.
Yeah.
They're in a blood
And you
feud,
know
Devin.
they get more upset when their family members are killed because they go, "Who do I fuck now?"
Says, so the brothers seized the opportunity when they learned the father's enemy was nearby a few weeks later. They hacked off his limbs, ripped out his heart, and devoured it among them as the ultimate act of blood revenge.
Which, by the way,
And then they feared the police investigating the murder would search his house and discover the books, so they like hid them.
Which, by the way, if I went dove
something.
hunting with somebody and they ate the bird's heart, I wouldn't talk to them anymore.
Yeah, it's
Let alone doing it to a human.
It's super weird.
Like you got him.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm eating his asshole right now.
Yeah.
you got him.
I'll show you. I'll give myself a brain parasite that kills me.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. If you are a cannibal, you get a weird parasite that eats you from the inside out.
There's a name of it, but it, like burrows in your brain and just basically.
Yeah.
It's like a prion.
We were looking into this last
I think it's
time, I
called.
believe.
Google prion, Ben.
Parasite from eating.
Human.
You said prion?
I think it's prion with an I.
Oh,
Kuru.
Kuru is a rare fatal disease caused by eating contaminated human brain tissue. It's caused by an infectious protein called the prion.
Wow, very good, Jace.
Very good.
So now this actually leads me into my next thing, and I don't even know what the ending of this is, but eventually we got the books or whatever.
I mean,
and
they
then
must- they
actually
must-
they got them to the Jungian Institute, and Carl Jung translated them.
This Kuru, the eating human brain eating disease. This is they treat this like how we treat like strep.
They go down to CVS.
No, Omar has Kuru.
He has difficulty walking,
He has
dementia.
They go just.
Hey, we'll be watching Netflix for
Yeah,
a week.
they
He
go-
ate the faulty human brain tissue.
They go, Muhammad, just for next week, no meat, no human meat, you just drink blood. Blood's only.
No, we have to. Muhammad is on. He's just Pedialyte right now. He
He's-
can barely hold
he's-
anything down after because he ate brain.
He ate
human brain.
so now he's on an all-piss diet for the next week.
All right, so people are dropping like flies in the Congo, and no one cares. And I was texting
yeah.
you guys about this.
I know, yeah.
So just so people know, I'm not like racist
this might
or whatever.
Be, this could be the new COVID.
It could possibly
They don't
could be.
handle it.
It's probably
it kills people within like a day, right?
48 hours, yeah. So here's the 431 cases, but they're in the sticks. So let's not get into the weeds with this. Let's just sort of broad strokes as we do on the show.
Sure, you're right.
3 little black kids in the Congo. I'm assuming they're black. That's what
Right.
it said.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean,
there's a small village in the
I'd imagine
Congo.
they're black kids in the Congo.
But also, South Africa, there's a lot of white people. And in Mexico,
Well,
there's white people.
there's a reason for that.
So in Africa, there might be
those
white
people
people walking around. I don't know.
those
I'm
people
not
were shipped in.
cultured. I'm open to
I think
thinking
it
there's
was-
white villages.
I think it was black kids, I imagine, in the Congo. That
They could be
ate
Chinese,
this.
Devin.
Sure, okay.
Because they ate a bat.
Yeah, that's true.
The rumor is they beat a bat up.
Let's run with it. 3 Chinamen
stick.
in the Congo ate
what if
a bat.
what if there's only 3 Chinese people in Africa and they started the next COVID out of Africa?
They might have.
Yeah. No, they like bludgeoned and ate a bat, right? They made with that stupid bat soup out of it.
Apparently they cooked it and they like ate its brains and shit. And
These people, they haven't learned their lesson with bats.
people are still eating the bats, man.
Eating
Got
bats.
to stay away from bats.
Hey, you know the most demonic looking animal there is? I'm gonna eat that.
Hey, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat the
hungry.
devil today.
I want to. Yeah, I want to. You know that animal holding a pitchfork? I'm gonna eat that. You dumb fucks.
My favorite part is eat the curly red tail with the big fork on the end of it. They're souping. They're eating devil tails like it's spaghetti, like slurping it up.
Dude, they can't be. They're like, how much meat are on them bones anyway? What do you do? Are you eating the wings?
Yeah.
Like it's wing style?
No, I think they turn the wings into like tortilla chips and they dip it in shit.
That's so funny. That's so fucked up.
Yeah, I mean they like are making like mud cookies over there. They have nothing, you know. So if they see a bat, they're like, "Oh, that's a Thanksgiving turkey, one tiny bat."
Supposedly they have nothing. I'm pretty sure the Democratic Republic of the Congo, they're Democrats, right? So they have.
They're damn
very
libs.
democratic.
It's a democratic republic. It's like Texas. Texas is a republic, and it's democracy and everything else, right? So it's probably a lot like Texas. I imagine they have Buc-ee's and
Yeah,
Yeah.
they pay.
They have,
Every year at the end of the year,
Whataburger.
they have to pay their taxes, which is one bat tooth and a wing.
Yeah.
they have to give that to the government.
They have a big place that's empty called "What is a burger?" And you walk in and they go, "I don't know.
Do you want to eat at Nothing's today?
We have a bat wing."
Can I get the Nothing burger?
We're literally making fun of Africans with no food.
Yep.
Well, they
That's
should have.
right.
Well, Devin, why didn't they go to the AMPM and get food? They're dumb.
Go where the fucking food is!
No, but don't they have like how are there not big trees with bananas on them and stuff? That like, I know Mowgli is. It's actually set in I almost said Indiana.
Right.
In India.
Yeah. Mowgli.
The Jungle Book set in Gary.
Yeah. Yeah. It was Joe Jackson was Mowgli in Gary, Indiana.
But don't they have like big trees with like bananas hanging from them and like a big log with juicy bugs in it? They can eat like Timon and Pumbaa.
I'm not kidding. I think they have trees with bats growing out of it, and they pick a bat off and they peel it like a big coconut.
That fucking sucks. That fucking sucks.
They have trees that grow a human shit on the tree, and they have to pick it off and eat it.
Trees grew
Yeah. The trees grew from shit and made more
The
shit.
tree that grew from shit.
Fuck. I love not being on YouTube anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
That's
it's actually
great.
pretty great.
It's pretty freeing.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fucking Jews.
We're gonna get banned from Google. We're gonna have to go to Bing.
We get banned from the internet.
Oh fuck! So it always scares the hell out of me when every expert in the world is on top of something and they keep describing something as mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
They keep saying it's a mystery illness. They can't figure out what's going on. It's not Ebola because
No.
this is where all that shit always starts. It's either in. I know COVID was a lab leak. We all know that now. But like the things that develop organically, it seems
Yes,
to
it's-
develop in
There's
Africa.
always some Ebola variant going on in
They
Africa.
go. It's as if somebody was put in the position where they did the unthinkable and they ate the unthinkable. And then we have to be like, no, but that's just that's the only foods, or that's just a normal in their culture, and so
but why are we being? We're always told that these epidemics these pandemics. Sorry, I'm a retard. Shouldn't be allowed to speak into the microphone.
These pandemics.
These pandemics. These things we're told that they're going to keep happening because of unsanitary living conditions in cities and the global warming and everything heating up. And then every time something like this happens,
They go
it's like,
mysterious.
guy, he had Chef Boyardee like bat soup.
yeah.
And then and I go, so that's because Of the ozone layer? What are you guys talking about?
Well,
Because
the
the
news
ocean's
goes,
rising?
Mysterious illness coming from the tribe of people that eat brain shit soup.
I actually thought... so I'm pretty sure that's a fake tribe in Indiana Jones. Remember when he eats the monkey brain?
Yeah, in Temple of Doom.
And they say don't refuse it because
It'll be rude.
What's that? Is that a real tribe?
That's their favorite thing to do, by the way, these shitty places.
What?
Eat brains?
Just peer pressure you into eating the worst thing of all time.
Oh, and they don't even eat it?
Every
a
one
joke.
of these anime, all these like travel, whatever, movies, travel shows, there's always that scene where the guy, there's like the guide, and they're like, he likes you, and then guy pulls a 12-foot turd out of his ass, and he hands it to the white character, and they go, it will be very, very disrespectful if you do not lick this like a lollipop for a month straight. And the white savior goes, okay.
If you do not eat this, they will rape everyone here. I would love a version of Indiana Jones where he's in the Middle East and he's just presented with a 12-year-old boy cabal they have over there. And I was like, if you don't fuck this 12-year-old boy, it'll be very offensive.
Dude, I'm dying to find out if it's a real tribe.
Temple of Doom, real tribe.
The Thuggy cult?
Is the real world group. That's what Camilla would name an African tribe.
This can't be real.
The Thuggy cult is the real world group that used the Temple of Doom in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. The Thuggies were an Indian cult that worshipped the god Kali.
He was in India in that?
Yeah, he was in India. Yeah. That's why they're all Indian looking.
I don't remember them being Indian. I remember them being like black or something, but I haven't seen it since I was like 6.
Yeah, well, to be fair, they were all Italian people who were very tan. It wasn't played by actual Indians.
Oh, they're real.
Yeah. They're a religious cult
The
and group.
cult.
Hey guys, if your car breaks down, you're going to take it to the mechanic. If your dick stops working, you're going to get HIMS ED. HIMS provides men with access to affordable sexual health treatments, and everything is done online.
Hell yeah.
With a huge range of doctor-trusted ED treatments like chewable hard mints, Viagra, Cialis, and more, it's easy to find something that will work for you. You don't need insurance, and one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/lemon. That's HIMS.com/lemon for your personalized ED treatment options. HIMS.com/lemon. The products mentioned are chewable compounded products which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Did they eat monkey? Yes. They ate monkey brains and eyeball soup.
Yeah, but that's saying in the movie.
Yeah, but it's the AI overview says it's real.
Okay.
And they always understand the context of why I'm
Best.
I love going to Quora.
Yeah, Cora, where it's like if you asked a bus stop a question.
Do people in India eat chilled monkey brains?
My dear friend, as an Indian, as a religion follower shown in the movie, I am assuring you we never, ever eat this kind of food. For your information, in my religion, Hindu, we love animal and the nature most. We do worship of animals. Monkey is one of our greatest god symbol known in world. Baharagabali. Han human. G. Snake is our Nag Deveta god. So how can we eat our god? In short, this is only nonsense ever seen in the history of Hollywood movies.
Also, P.S. age, sex, location.
That was written by Ash Ishgar.
Yeah, Ashish Gabar.
So I got to find out if there are anybody that eat monkeys.
Oh, I'm sure.
Cultures that eat monkeys.
Oh yeah, cultures. There you go.
I'm sure Haiti. I'm always hearing Haiti is the one place where they're doing insane stuff.
Yeah,
down
they eat
there.
monkeys. They gotta eat. But China,
Oh,
Vietnam,
shit, it's like
India,
every country.
Liberia,
Yeah.
Africa, Indonesia, Japan,
Why don't we
Cambodia.
eat monkey? What the fuck?
Wait,
I wouldn't eat a
Mexico
monkey.
eat
It says,
monkeys
wait,
in
it says
Mexico?
United States we eat monkeys. That's not
What?
right.
The hell?
Who's eating monkey
Go
in the
down.
United
Click
States?
that.
It says the U.S. is a country of 50 states covering a vast swath of North America.
Up until 2007, mass monkey meal imports occurred.
Wait, what?
That's not true.
People had supplies shipped to them in ways authorities couldn't tell.
Like
What
it
the
was
hell?
like it was like a Factor meals.
Oh shit!
Yeah, people were getting
Look,
monkeys shipped to them.
people were doing this stuff.
Made it illegal to import bushmeat.
And people who do might get fined
Yeah, there was-
$250,000.
And who put a stop to it?
So there
Fucking
was-
Obama.
Yeah, can I tell you, by the way, when they say that in America they were ordering monkey, who was ordering monkey in America?
I don't know, but honestly, the fine is only like $250,000.
Yeah, you're saying it's worth it?
Oh shit! I don't want a cooking thermometer.
Why are you looking that up?
I wasn't. The hell?
Yeah, they banned bushmeat in 2007, but apparently there were
Because of Obama.
yeah, because there were immigrants here probably like living in Tampa that were like, oh, I really miss,
Mama.
I miss orangutan. My mama used to make the best orangutan.
My mama made orangutan fazool. They're Italian. Orangutan fazool was great.
When I was a kid, we had this Sunday monkey.
My mama, she take the juicy part of the monkey brain and she would drip it over the fettuccine.
Fuck this! This is what
Bushmeat.
it's called. It's called bushmeat. Look,
Yeah.
it's bushmeat.
Yeah, bushmeat.
People get this shit shipped. This is the CDC. I know they're cucks, but listen. What is bushmeat? The term bushmeat refers to meat that comes from wild animals in certain regions of the world, including Africa and other seas. It may pose a disease risk. Bushmeat comes from a variety of wild animals, including bats, non-human primates, monkeys, apes, and cane rats, and duker, a type
Disgusting.
of antelope.
Disgusting.
Fuck you if you're doing that.
You also can't trust the CDC, though. You know what I call them? The cringe disinfo cucks. That's what I call them.
Very
Wow.
good.
Bub.
I called them the criminal Democrat
Criminals.
Of China. 'Cause they love
from China.
Yeah.
The criminal Democrats from China.
Cringe disinfo cucks.
Well, Devin, I'll have you know that bushmeat is illegal.
Bushmeat's
Bushmeat in any amount found at U.S. ports of industry will be destroyed along with any other personal items. So there's a guy at the U.S. ports who just burns monkeys all day. He opens boxes, pours monkeys out, and then puts petrol on them and lights them up.
He probably does.
Yeah, he's in a big bulldozer just pushing a pile of monkeys together.
So yeah, these kids that ate the bat and God knows what else they had for lunch that day.
Yeah.
You know, they developed a new disease and everyone's dying in the Congo from it. Is that still going? The Congo that they killed 50 people
There
in like
hasn't
a
been
day.
an update in like a week. It just says that like people are dying.
But it's like
they're
infectious.
just dropping dead. Yeah.
It's like people that didn't eat the thing are dying.
Yeah, so
well,
what?
here's the good news, people. You know, there's no planes landing in the Congo, so you
Yeah.
know,
Pfizer
have fun traveling like Nosferatu across the Pacific Ocean. You're
Yeah.
never gonna get here.
Mm-hmm.
Kill everybody you want.
Yeah, they can't just fly here, right?
No, I will not allow it.
I think
I forbid it. There's the way. Remember, Trump did a Muslim ban or something on like at the airports or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that is.
I remember that.
No Africa Airlines, as long as this
No
disease is.
Africa Airlines.
Sorry, the whole country has to be locked up now that this is happening because
Well,
they can't help themselves
I'll
and they
tell
eat
you
bats.
what,
Their little babies eat bats because they
these
ran out of
days-
mommy's milky.
These days, it seems like every airline is an Africa airline.
with this damn woke.
Doing fucking and one mixtape tricks in the sky,
You
landing
got-
upside down,
you got-
hot dogging it.
You got half
Yeah.
man, half amazing doing barrel rolls up there.
You got the Jumpman logo flying your damn plane.
You're gonna be looking like the falling man because of the jump man.
I'm actually afraid to get on a flight.
I have been meaning to visit my parents for 2 months. I've just been putting it off. I think they're very mad at me because I haven't texted them.
And I know it probably is just that they're putting more eyes on it now, so we're
Yeah,
seeing
sure.
them. But I'm like, I don't know. I saw it, and it's
Whatever.
reminding
Yeah.
me of how
Now-
terrifying
now-
that looks.
now
I
I'm
don't-
scared.
I don't want to do it right now.
I'm not gonna do it. We were planning on doing another like a little tour, but fuck that.
No,
right
fuck
now.
that shit.
I'm not getting on a plane. Jace, you going to see mom and dad?
I keep putting it off. I think I'll just completely end my relationship with them, so I won't have to fly there.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, I really don't want to get on a plane after months
Look,
of
it could
plane
be.
crash footage.
A lot of people kill their parents. They cut their heads off. They then kill themselves in the garage.
Sure.
I mean, the way I kind of see it, I think you're being nice.
Yeah.
You live and let live. You're not
Exactly.
gonna walk into mom and dad's house with a shotgun
No.
and say, "Mom, Dad, sit down."
I go, happy birthday.
You in cold blood them.
Yeah. I'm getting interviewed by Truman Capote. Why'd you kill your dad? I listen to your podcast. It's actually really racist and fucked up. Can you fuck me in the ass? I want to get fucked by a criminal. Have you ever seen the movie Capote with Philip Seymour Hoffman?
Yeah.
There's a very funny part where they're like almost playing. They're like, what was his mystical fascination with this criminal? And it's cool. He's like, I want the guy to fuck me in the ass. And I drink his cum. But they have to play it as like this literary metaphor of like, oh, he was fascinated by that world, even though he was a New York socialite.
I think Philip Seymour Hoffman won the Oscar or something.
Yeah,
for
he
that
did.
movie.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's in much better roles, in my opinion.
Do you think that's why he died of heroin? Is because he had to play a gay guy 7 years before that? In 2011, he's like, I can't believe I had to play that fucking gay guy. I'm going to shoot a lethal amount of heroin right now to forget about that.
The thing that sucks about, because I'm okay with dates sometimes. I think he died February 2nd, 2014.
Wow, that's very weird of you to know.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Am I right? Someone can look it up.
Yeah, I don't know. In my
Certainly
head, it
not
was
me.
like 2012, 2011.
Oh, 2014 actually seems a little too recent.
Yeah, I thought it's been like earlier than that.
I thought it was
When did
almost like...
Moneyball come out? Moneyball came out in 2014, so it might have been 2013.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wow, February 2nd,
Wow.
2014.
I fly like
Holy
people get
shit, man.
high like planes. There you go. All right. So,
Yeah.
So do you know how he actually? It's this. Every heroin overdose is usually sad, right? Unless the guy like sucks.
There's some
ass.
happy ones.
Sure, there are some. I'm glad he's not in pain anymore, sort of things. The last thing he did, he texted his friend
I want to watch the
Knicks game.
Yeah.
And the guy, apparently they were going to watch the Knicks, and then the guy was like, I'm sorry.
I'm busy.
I'm busy.
And he's like, well, all right, I'm going to kill myself with heroin.
Which honestly, the most relatable thing I've ever seen.
I mean, yeah, who wants to watch the Knicks?
yeah.
That's how you kill yourself.
Or just
though.
a friend canceling on you, and for whatever reason, you're like, you know what? I'll show him. I'll fucking kill myself
Yeah.
tonight.
That's how you go. Either I'll watch this basketball game or I'll kill myself. Those are my two choices today.
Yeah.
What am I going to choose?
Yeah, he figured out Latrell Sprewell had a turned ankle, and he's like, well, I guess I'll kill myself tonight.
What sucks, too, they found him with the needle in his arm.
Yeah.
Like the classic, like... Have you seen the pictures of Farley dead?
No, there's pictures?
I know
Yeah.
there's pictures of Farley
with
dead.
foam coming out of his mouth and stuff. It's really, really tragic.
Jesus.
I don't know why they took... well, I guess they had
Are those
to
real
for
pictures,
forensic.
or was that Cool Whip?
You know, I like to think Farley would have appreciated that joke.
I
as a
like to
comic
think
himself.
so.
Yeah, they actually found him dead. He had crashed into the coffee table like Matt Foley. In an ironic twist.
No, wait, really? There's pictures of...
Yeah, I my friend Sam told me about him, and then I looked them up,
God.
and I was like, "Oh shit!"
You
They're
regret?
like burned. I urge everybody to not look them up. They're actually horrific.
Yeah.
I thought it would just kind of be a fat guy on the floor, but like his mouth is agape, and there's foam everywhere, and
Well,
he's
because
staring up
he
to
was
the ceiling.
probably... He was dying
Yeah,
for
convulsing
a little
and
a
shit.
bit before he actually died.
Yeah, I think he was like
right?
crawling on the ground, begging the hooker, like, "Please don't leave me, don't leave me. I don't want to be alone." And that's how he died.
But then she left, right? And then he died.
Then he died,
that's
yeah.
right.
I
He
think
probably did more after she left, I imagine.
Did more of the 8-ball, yeah.
Did it, yeah.
Yeah, I
and
guess
passed away.
he did cartwheels.
Yeah. Apparently there's a tape Belushi made of himself the night he did that 8-ball and died. And
Yeah, there is
it's
a tape.
Never,
I
it's
heard
never been made public.
fucking Bill Epic Murray.
Bill fucking Murray talking
Bill
about.
fucking Murray thought, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so this is speaking of great big fat guys. I wanted to get into this.
Mm-hmm.
So my friend Jake sent me an article of the Pendejo Time podcast. Him and Thomas have at Lino Killer online. Really funny podcast. Me and Devin have done it before. I just want to plug them. Jake sent me an article. Jace, did you read this from the New York Times? It's a thing about Ozempic.
No.
This is so here's what's crazy right now. There's a war going on between the pharmaceutical industry and the food industry. Mm-hmm. So they estimate that by 2035, there will be 25 million people on Ozempic because it's a miracle drug. There's 100 million people that are obese right now. It's working so well that a lot of food industries, processed foods, fast food, are actually really panicking right now. They hate Ozempic. I don't know if you guys keep up with Domino's. Domino's stock is in the tank.
Right.
Oh, really?
A lot of these places are eating shit right now, and it's because people are getting Ozempic. And when you're on Ozempic, it makes you crave. I didn't know this. It makes you crave like whole foods, like foods you actually need. It gets you off the processed stuff.
It does. It
the
helps
sugars
you
and the
crave
salts.
like good food.
That's what
it
it said
just-
in this article in the New York Times.
I think it just helps you eat less, so you like crave stuff that actually gives you nutrients.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because you just are not eating that much.
So the war right now in the fast food industry is they're hiring all these scientists that are trying to make food more addictive. So they want like sugars and salts to hit your bloodstream even faster than it already did. They're trying to build like superhuman McDonald's stuff where like it would break through Ozempic and get people to go off of Ozempic and come back to McDonald's.
Nabisco is hiring like Stringer Bell to like make their like Doritos recipe.
They're like on a whole new level right now.
Stringer Bell has little reading glasses looking at beakers.
I want you to put the word out that we more fat.
Oh yeah, I want you to put the word out. Our scales back up, the weight back up. Stringer Taco Bell.
This apparently the shit is about to get real. I personally have been eating more fast food than ever in my
Yeah,
life.
you actually have.
You're
been
gonna
on an
reap. You're gonna reap the
insane binge.
benefits.
Dude, 2 weeks ago I did Taco Bell at 3:30, McDonald's at 5, and then I did Taco Bell again at 8, and I already had breakfast and lunch. And now when I order McDonald's, I get way more. I'm kind of thinking about getting McDonald's after this again, even though I just had McDonald's. I want it like back to back to back. When I do it, I can't get off of it. This is purely anecdotal, but I don't know what's in the food anymore. But I will say, the fast food, have you guys had fast food lately? It's been hitting like it's never hit before. They have figured out something at these places.
Yeah, they might have done something because I gotta say, I've had my fair share of nights where I've gotten the drunk Taco Bell, and it's been fine. And there was that month recently, last month,
You got pulled in for the first time.
I got Taco Bell twice in like a 3-week period, like after we recorded, and I was already whatever, and I woke up at like 4 a.m. both times, like heart racing. One of the nights I literally went to the bathroom and made myself throw up the Taco Bell. And then I was like, oh, I'm fine now.
Yeah.
I went to bed.
You just got to fight through the wall.
But it was like, I always kept everything down my
I
whole
know.
life.
You're having like Tony Soprano panic attacks
And I was
because of
like-
Chalupa.
yeah.
I was like, are they doing something new to the Taco Bell?
I think they are, my friend. I am loving what I'm seeing.
They might have
these
added
places.
the sodium or something, like increased.
Yeah, they're
it
putting
or-
like Oxycontin in it or some shit.
They got to have that sugar and salt hit your bloodstream even fast. That's what it's got to get in your bloodstream faster.
Yeah, it's all about the mechanism.
Exactly.
Because
The
that's
delivery
why
system.
that's why cigarettes are so addictive, because it enters your bloodstream in like a second,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
So you want to pay an amount of money for a thing that's going to make you feel a certain way. What's the David Foster Wallace thing? It's the he goes, there's something very romantic. He says something brilliant where he's
Sure.
like, the most American thing is buying something that makes you feel a certain way for a certain amount of time. And he's talking about the consistency and that and everything.
I do love David Foster
He was
Wallace.
a fag, actually.
I do love
Actually,
David
he's a
Foster
fag.
Wallace, but every time I try to quote him, it's like he said something about like fast food. It was like really wordy and like smart, and he
had a bandana
He had a
on.
bandana. He looked cool as shit. And then he hung himself in Torrance. Wasn't he like he was like in Riverside or something when he hung himself?
Yeah, he was. Wasn't he a teacher at the
At Pomona, yeah.
Pomona, yeah.
Yeah.
Hung himself in a garage.
I know someone who knew someone who saw him before he died, like because everyone's like, "Oh, David's different," and went over to see him, and David was like bedridden, and this author said that he was completely unrecognizable. None his personality, the way he looked, he was just like a completely different human being.
Covered in bandanas.
Was
just
he
all over
going
his
through like
body.
a breakup or something?
He had to
or-
go
No,
off his
he-
antidepressants because the blood pressure was his blood pressure
He
kept
tried-
skyrocketing. It
Oh,
was
because
going to kill
he
him.
tried-
ate like shit.
Well, he wasn't a
No.
healthy guy.
I think it was
but-
more anxiety, and he had to get off his antidepressants. He was like, I think I'm good now, and he like just crashed.
Well, his doctors also told him he was going to die like really young because of hypertension and everything else. Because of some antidepressants will give you blood pressure issues like lithium, things like that.
Yeah, but so
I
he
don't
went-
know what he was on.
He went off of it, got insanely depressed, went back on them, and for whatever reason, they just didn't work again after he went off of it.
He lost his ability to write, which is the thing that is his identity and everything else, and
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah, and he just sort of wasted away and then hung himself with a bunch of bandanas he stringed together.
He texted Philip Seymour Hoffman he couldn't get to a Knicks game. And then he hung himself like an orphan escaping in the 1940s.
But the reason we bring
do you
all
think
that
he put
up,
the bandana on before he hung himself?
you do wonder, right?
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if he was a
thought-
brainlet and
I
like
always-
his brain was
what if-
exposed.
what
I
if
always thought he had killed himself much earlier. The bandana was just covering a hole in his head.
Oh, that's literally what I just said. That's so
Oh,
funny.
nice.
That's so funny. I said, what if his brain was just exposed behind the bandana? He's a brain. He's like a retard.
What if you go to read a suicide note? It's 900 pages long. You just can't stop.
I don't even know if he had a suicide note.
Yeah. Or if,
I didn't know
His
that.
suicide note said, "What up, though?"
Yeah. What up?
What's up? And he says, "Budweiser frog."
I
That
think
was his last word.
Hey guys, we got another ad from fan favorite Ruby's Flowers. So they requested we play this message that Ruby's Flowers made for us. So take it away.
Listen up, Lemonparty fans, this is very super important. Hold on, I have to turn my music down. Okay, very good. Vikram here, Ruby's Flowers CEO, and I am back to tell you we have amazing new strains, free samples and ounces of premium flower for only $130. Because you are all #1 super cool guys, you can use code LEMON to get $30 of free store credit with a minimum purchase requirement of $50. That means you can get an ounce for only $100. Leave the long dispensary lines, high taxes, and sketchy pilled out drug dealers selling middies in the past. Step into the future and legally get fire as flower sent straight to your front door. We know Lemonparty fans are cool as motherfuckers, who listen to old O&A episodes with Patrice and Norm MacDonald compilations, not like those barstool mouth breathing retards who clap like seals and bray like donkeys at fake edgy bullshit comedy. Anyways, from one OG podcast fan to another, you are all the coolest guy and my #1 special friend. Okay, I have to go now. A 14-year-old needs to buy vapes and carbonated poison. Goodbye now. Oh, I almost forgot. rubiesflowerswi.com.
So there we go. Thank you, Vikram.
That's very good.
Ruby's Flowers.
And Vikram sent me some goodies that I have not got to partake of yet, but there's little things for sleep that my wife is encouraging me to take.
Yeah, he sent us a bunch of gummies. It's like the sleep ones with like
They're great.
melatonin. in it.
You tried the...
I don't know. The Ruby's Flowers is tremendous. What I've had.
You know, you love it. You've been begging Jace to get more of it.
Right,
Because
well-
you're a cheap ass. You won't go buy it from the guy's website.
Because I'm a fucking chip ass. Cheap ass. What are you at the mall?
You're a cheap ass.
14 years old.
I'm a 14-year-old Chinese guy.
You chip ass.
So
Let's go to Din Tai Fung and not tip.
Stupid. Is that all the gay ads?
yeah, that's all. Well, let me end this one.
Ruby Flowers, everybody.
Ruby's Flowers.
Flowers, everybody.
Goodbye.
That's all the
everybody.
gay ads.
They go, David. That was the magic of David. He loved commercialism.
He actually loved irony at the end.
Yeah, he was a very ironic guy. That's why he wrote, "What's up? Peace out."
There's always this thing, this movement on X like once a year where people are like, "You guys ready for post irony?" The irony is over. I'm like, "Oh, buddy, you have no idea. The irony hasn't gone deep enough, my friend."
Yeah.
For the most viral videos I see now, I was telling Jace, it's just Peter Griffin AI saying
Yeah.
the N word.
No, dude, I told
Playing
you.
Fortnite. That's
Yeah.
every viral clip.
I told you I spent the whole weekend with my girlfriend's family, and there's like 3 5-year-olds there, and I was watching their iPads, and it's just Peter Griffin in a bandana. He's like, "What's up, my YNs? How's it going?" And he's like, buy Roblox with your dad's credit card. Give me money. And I'm just like, they are getting giga-fried. Like, you're watching, they run up to their parents, and they literally go like, "Ah!" Like crack addicts, and they give them a phone, and then it's like you might as well put their brain in an actual microwave and just fry it and put it back in
you
their
should
brain.
just execute your children. If
Yeah.
that's how,
Yeah.
They're not well equipped to handle anything.
Yeah.
People are suing their high schools now. They're graduating with honors. There's this girl this year graduated with honors. She went to college, and then she realized she couldn't read or write. And they said, "Well, did you?" But she passed high school with honors, so now she's suing her high school because they'll just, they keep. It's the Carlin bit: lower the test scores rather than make the children have higher tests. It just make the test easier.
And it's funny if you talk about this, people will just go like, "Oh, I get it. Phones are bad," and they're like, "What has it affected you?" And they're like, "I can't read." But you're gay for saying phones are bad.
That's it. A lot of people have MRIs on Reddit. It's the popular Reddit brain theory. Do you know about that?
No, what's this?
Where like people are posting MRIs on Reddit where it's showing that there's holes in their head, in their brain. They're just big black.
Really?
Yeah. I think what it is that I don't think it's specifically from using Reddit. I think some people, if you scroll for, let's say you wind down your day scrolling for like 2 to 4 hours, just there's parts of your brain that just start turning off, I think, where it goes, we don't need this part of our head anymore.
Yeah. No, your
so
brain,
just shut it the fuck down.
Your brain literally tells your body like, oh, hey, I think we're actually a monkey that's trapped in a cage being experimented on, so you can just shut all the shit down.
Yeah, you're like putting yourself in the hole like in prison.
In solitary.
Yeah, you're like, I'm going to spend another night in the hole.
Yeah, you're doing the opposite of solitary. You're having so much entertainment you don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
You're disappearing.
Have you guys ever scrolled for like 15 minutes and someone asks you a question?
Yeah.
And you go, and then you realize hold on, I'm retarded right now.
Yeah.
Wait 10 seconds for me not to be retarded. Mm-hmm. My wife will ask me a question. I'll go, what? She's like, what? And I'll go, well, what?
I'll be scrolling.
I'll
be scrolling absolute nonsense, and my mom will text me in the banner. Will come down and go, "Get the fuck out of here!"
I know.
Watching George Droid
What
videos.
happened with Baldoni?
I know. I'll be watching a George Lucas interview from 1974 on my phone, and then my girlfriend comes home from work, and I get pissed off. I have to pretend I'm not watching the George Lucas interview for 5 minutes while she talks about her day, and I'm just like, "Whoa, that's crazy." Putting closed caption on. Yeah, closed caption on. I was like, man, he really fucked up with Jar Jar. What an idiot.
Yeah, the phone fucking sucks. What are you gonna do, man? I mean, you're gonna have. Look, we need the pacifiers. You got to have the binkies.
I don't know.
If you
way
don't have
around
the
it.
binkies, you're not going to survive.
This
nowadays.
being said, I do think everyone's a fucking huge pussy that they talk about the whole like screen time before bed thing affecting your sleep. I happily scroll all night in bed looking at absolute nonsense.
I thought you'd have sleeping problems.
And I just recently, because of obviously things, and but it's gotten a lot better. But I'll look at, I'll just like, and I have the TV on back of me too. I have so many screens going.
You're actually videotaping the TV with your phone
and then
to look at it.
I hire a man to walk into the room and set off firecrackers and shit. I go, I don't care. I don't even.
You hire a little Chinese boy.
Chinese man with firecrackers in his asshole. He's naked, wearing a thong. I don't care about you, Ming. Fuck off. I just keep scrolling, and then I literally happily I go. I go to bed. It's like not that hard. This whole like Huberman bullshit.
So can I say, most nights I do read. When I read, I stay up longer. If I get on my phone, I fall asleep kind of immediately. It's really weird. Because sometimes the book is good, and I go, "Why? I don't want to put it down because I want to see what happens." I tried the reading thing.
I've been reading Johnny Cash's autobiography, Cash.
Oh yeah,
by Johnny Cash. It's tremendous. He's an amazing. I can only care about things if they were written by legends.
Well, I love that you love American heroes too, like
buddy.
Cash.
Thanks.
A man who defined America.
It's really shockingly well written. Like he's great. But I read that a few times before bed, and I put that down. I'm thinking about Johnny Cash's whole fucking life. If I'm on the phone, it's mindless.
That's what I've been doing.
I put it down. I go, whoa. I go immediately to bed.
I've been playing chess on my phone, and the chess has been making me stay up till 3 a.m. because I'm using my brain.
Yeah.
And it keeps,
you're up.
Now I'm up. It's almost like you do need to poison yourself with the light and the noises and the sounds.
Yeah.
And it's almost like carbon monoxide poisoning. Like it makes my brain shut off.
I want to talk to Huberman about that because I don't think that's correct.
Does he know anything?
The blue
Can we
light,
stop with him?
The blue light
Wait,
stuff.
You think Andrew Huberman knows anything?
Hasn't he been massively
He reads
wrong
science
on lots of
articles.
stuff?
You're actually more retarded if you know too much. We know this now.
Yeah.
We know this. The most retarded people know the most.
What a hellish life to study
you're
everything.
Smarter if you know less.
It's got to be really hellish to be like do a 3-hour podcast on like putting your left leg more commonly in front of your right or something. Like going up steps.
So this
hot
is my
drinks
thing.
versus cold
Yeah,
drinks.
like are we really talking about exactly hot like iced water versus lukewarm?
He goes, there's a study where they wasted money at Columbia and they found that forks with 3 prongs actually improve your metabolism.
Come on, do you know how finished you are if you're actually at the level of like worrying about whether you're drinking like room temperature water versus cold?
Well, so
for
this
your
is the
health?
thing. What is the point of being alive if much of your energy and focus and attention has to go to longevity? If you make it to 90 and I make it to 70, but you spent 20 years more of your waking time and hours being like, should I have a cold drink at 8 a.m. or a warm one? Worrying about that for weeks on end and listening to podcasts and doing research.
All those
what was
periods
the point?
All those periods of time, you're not alive anyway.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Because you're a manic
Are you going to
tunnel
be
vision guy.
Are you going to be on your deathbed being like, I'm so glad I optimized my fucking productivity as you pass away?
No,
By the way,
dude,
what
there's
is this productivity everyone has to get to? Everyone acts like they're building the fucking Sistine Chapel. You're a nothing, nobody, weirdo retard.
We all pretend.
Yeah.
Everybody pretends to make spreadsheets for a living.
Everyone's constantly acting like they got to get to their workstation. Your work is fake.
Hey, the only
Watch TV and die.
the only people who are actually productive are building skyscrapers, and they eat Doritos and Dr. Pepper all fucking day, and their guts look like cancer.
No, you guys are way too blue-pilled on this, actually. You guys sound like Marxists.
Yeah.
You guys sound like communists.
Yeah, and you're red-pilled. Red-pilled is actually wanting to be really good at the Matrix. That's what being red-pilled is. Red-pilled is being in your pod and being like, how can I get better at my pod job?
Did you see the photo someone took of, this is in regards to appreciation of art.
Sure.
There was a pretty viral photo a few days ago of a guy who was at a museum in Italy. And it looks exactly what you think it would. It's just beautiful, mind-blowing oil paintings, huge gold frames, pristine high ceilings, palatial architecture. Just beautiful. I couldn't imagine getting to step foot in a museum like that. Like, whoa. I've been to some in Austria that blew my mind that I still think about today. Weird, crazy shit, right? But in the photo, there's a kid beneath like this beautiful painting. He's sitting on his phone. He's playing Fortnite on his phone.
I saw that.
He's like 8 years old.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, well, the kids. And it's like, you guys don't even care if kids get fucked, first of all. You don't care if they get trafficked. The Epstein thing is a complete joke to everybody. You're going to pretend that you care about kids' education. And here's the other thing, too, that my friend Jake pointed out to me. It's like, you got to admit that in the short term, your phone is a fuckload of more fun than staring at a goddamn painting. So leave the 9-year-old alone and stop taking photos of children and uploading
You
them.
can't make an argument that kid's wrong, technically.
He's technically right.
Yeah.
He's
Because
actually right in the short term. In the long term, you won't
gave
have
him the
a
phone. We live in a world where it's necessary to have the phone. You're not going to be able to shut off all the access to all the websites and all the apps. So, like, what is he supposed to? What?
If you went to Michelangelo and you gave him a modern day cell phone with pornography and TikTok, he'd be like, oh, this fucking sculpture shit is gay as fuck. Fuck this, dude. I spent 3 years teaching myself how to do the artery in the left hand. I could be watching Mia Khalifa get ass fucked right now.
Dude, have you seen the Ken Burns documentary about Da Vinci yet?
No.
It's like an 8-part thing.
Is it good?
It's supposedly amazing. I've seen clips of it on CBS Sunday Morning. But Da Vinci taught himself, he like mastered geometry. Because if you look at like the Last Supper and everything it like lines up perfectly with lines. I mean, he was brilliant, right?
And also all that like Fibonacci principle type shit.
Yeah, crazy shit. Like he had to get really good at math to get good at. Like he was obviously Da Vinci, one of the greatest. Whatever. But it is funny to think that like present day, he's just like drawing Mia Khalifa on his wall with a big pussy. And like Homer Simpson is fucking her.
He goes, here's my
on his ceiling.
Yeah,
his
he
popcorn ceiling.
Yeah, he's drawing. He goes, here's my perfect man. It's the guy in the circle, but it's Homer Simpson. He's got a huge dick, and that's what he's drawing. And he goes, this kicks ass.
He's airbrushing T-shirts at the mall of Bart Simpson smoking weed.
Yeah,
for $20 a piece.
He's wearing a Tally T-shirt. What was that?
Was that an earthquake?
Well, that's a big one.
Oh, there's an earthquake happening right now. Whoa, that was big. That shook the whole fucking.
That was crazy.
That was like a bomb dropped.
Yeah,
I thought
huge.
I thought somebody slammed the door outside.
No, but there was an aftershock, right?
Yeah, there
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
There was a
there
little
was.
rumble. Yeah.
Let me call
Yeah,
Katie
just
and make sure she's okay.
Go on Twitter.
Yeah. Let me see on Twitter. if
Twitter
there's an
always has it.
earthquake.
Hey,
Hey.
couldn't have this. We were stuttering arteries.
Yeah.
Fucking retards.
Fucking idiots. Fuck you.
Oh, Katie just texted me.
Well, I guess Hey, it was a tremendous
Hey, are you
night in
okay?
L.A.
Hey, did she wake up?
Yeah,
wake up?
earthquake.
Is she
I'm seeing
scared?
earthquake all over Twitter.
All right, excellent, good. Somebody's not
She's
breaking
not
in.
crying. She's okay. Okay, cool. All right, love you. Sorry, we're recording right now.
Yep, earthquake.
Earthquake.
Bye.
Damn, that was like a. That was they usually you just start shaking. That was like
That was a big. That was a big one.
I thought someone broke in
me too.
upstairs.
Yeah.
I thought something bad happened. Luckily, we're in the safest place.
Directly
under the house.
under the
They
house.
say this. They say the basements are the safest place.
That's
But won't it
that's
come
a prank
down?
they're pulling.
Is that fake?
Well, if the house comes down, like we're dead.
This is an old cement house, though,
Oh, so it wouldn't come
or
down
not
on the
cement,
cement.
but this is an old it was built. I don't know.
It's like a gas chamber.
Many faggots have come here and told us it's safe.
Jace, many fags have told us it's fine.
Yeah, a guy shows up. He goes, "Hey, I'm the fag from the city."
All I know in the '92 quake, literally my first memory
Really?
was being taken down to the Hate Watch studio, which was just like my dad's office, or it was whatever. And yeah, they thought that was the safest place.
Do you remember the shaking? Or were you
Yeah,
too
I just
young?
remember being and looking up and seeing people be like, ah! like running downstairs.
How big was that one?
It was one of the biggest quakes in LA history. I think it was the biggest.
No, the one that just
Oh,
happened.
right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us how big it is.
Oh, it came out of Burbank.
Honora caused an earthquake.
Yeah,
you know?
people
Very funny,
already
great,
making the
yeah.
gayest
Armenian
fucking
film.
Kill
tweets of
yourself.
all time.
It just said 2 days ago, California hit by 7 earthquakes in less than 24 hours.
Yeah,
I
that,
didn't-
Yeah.
that happens all the time.
Yeah,
didn't
it's,
feel that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's not a big deal.
It happens in like Bakersfield.
down,
It's not
Devin.
real. A 0.9 earthquake.
Yeah, that was just one. Hold on.
Oh wait, that wasn't it. No, I don't think
LA
they've added
QuakeBot
it.
stinks.
Fuck you, LA QuakeBot.
Fucking hell. My daughter woke up, but she just thought it was funny, so. It is funny because babies, they just get like thrown around in their crib
Yeah, it's like-
violently
it's
and they
like-
just start laughing.
It's fun.
Oh, she could see like a nuclear mushroom on the horizon. She'd start clapping.
4 minutes ago, detected
3.6?
Beverly Hills.
Detected in Beverly Hills. Wow. Devin, the stars are out.
And did it
Okay.
say-
The stars are out
That's
tonight.
the bit. That's a huge for 3.6. That was massive under here. That
Well, it
was
was just
shaking.
It's more about the proximity than it is the size. A lot of times.
That's like a dick thing.
Yeah.
Well, it might have started here because that felt like the beginning. Usually, I've literally been sitting on the couch and I've heard that noise like in
Yeah.
the distance, and then
Then it
seconds
hits you.
later, I'll start shaking.
That happened. The scariest one I've ever been. I was dog sitting at Ben's house and I was sleeping in the bed and I woke up because I heard something in the distance and I just it threw the bed against the wall basically. Like the shockwave came.
Yeah.
And I thought it was like a ghost at first. I thought it was like being
They
poltergeist.
can be very, very creepy.
It's crazy that you can just die talking about Bart Simpson smoking weed.
Yeah.
Or whatever we were talking about.
Imagine-
Could have been
imagine-
our last moment.
They find the video camera and like it's a Werner Herzog moment. They're like
well, I wonder about that
telling
though.
Katie to never listen to this.
With earthquakes in LA, I feel like, do people die in LA from earthquakes? They're
Nah,
usually just very
never.
scary.
I
But
think
that's
the 92 one, like 4 people died or some shit.
yeah, and I imagine they lived on those houses with like stilts holding them up in
Right.
Hollywood Hills.
There
or
were guys
whatever.
like window washing that fell down.
in
or shit.
these shitty countries, like because the building's made of there's no like regulation.
Do you want to know the actual estimates? I know them
What
off
are
the
they?
top of my head.
Go.
So when the big one finally comes for LA, about 3,500 people will die. This will be from gas lines rupturing, electrical lines falling.
So it hits so
and
hard that the
structural
gas line
fires.
goes off and then explodes or something.
Well, and also we know LA
Yeah.
is incendiary, so once the place goes up and there's not enough firefighters and everyone's being rescued
Mm-hmm.
and this and that, we don't have the resources. Everybody will mostly die in a fire if they do die.
Yeah.
You won't die from something.
Plus
falling
all
on
the-
you.
all
I'm
the
okay
homeless
with that.
people
I can
get-
run away from a fire. I don't really understand how anyone dies in a fire. I think you're a loser.
Yeah, you kind of are retarded if you die in a fire.
I think you're
No offense to all the people who died.
literally the only people we heard about that died in the fire. This last fire was like it was just like wine moms like letting their retarded child scream in the back house.
A child that looked like a daddy long legs.
He's just like, oh yeah.
There's Palos Verdes moms who were throwing like their Xanax bottles at the fire, they thought it would make the fire sleepy.
Well, that's a Patreon. Well, you're already on Patreon, I guess, but I guess you might be listening on audio. So if you're listening on audio, patreon.com/Lemonparty, we're going to go do a bonus episode now before the house comes down.
God bless you, folks.
God bless
Spread
you.
the news.
God bless you all.
Show,
and if you can talk about
it.
the show, because we've been taking off, as Ben said, the second biggest search engine in the world.
Yeah, the first is Google, and then Google owns YouTube, and YouTube's the second biggest.
So
YouTube's really the biggest.
You can always help the show by telling people you can trust about it.
Yeah.
Getting the word out.
Just don't tell your HR department.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But also, people aren't woke anymore, so do tell them.
Yeah,
I don't
nobody
understand
cares.
the issue anymore. I'm a little sick of the whole, like, I can't even tell him. What are you talking about? Everyone's deranged. That friend you're afraid to tell is posting Hitler swag shit on Twitter. Shut up.
Well, everyone's a fucking pussy, too, because they go they're like, I can't even tell anyone to listen to this show. And they go, they're fucking fags. They didn't go hard enough this episode. I'm like, you don't even tell people you listen to the show,
You're a
but I'm
pussy.
the one who's,
There's
you're
also
a fucking pussy.
There's also a lot of
fag.
fans who are
Fuck
like,
you.
There's also a lot of fans who are like,
I love you.
and we love you. Please never leave us. Yeah.
I didn't do soy face, though. Should I close out with a soy?
They should close out with
Close
soy
out
face.
with a little soy.
Yeah,
buddy.
and that's
Come
when the
on.
roof collapses while you're soying out. Just the last thing you see. Earthquake soy.
All right. Well,
Bye, everybody.
folks,
Goodbye.
let's go over to the Patreon now.
Love
Thank
you.
you so much. Bye-bye.